Hey folks, this is Ben with Ben's Campers in Monongahela, PA. Today we're taking a look at a unit we have for sale at the shop. This is a 2013 Shasta Revere 27 BHSS, so 27-foot bunkhouse with a slide travel trailer. We're going to be letting this one go to bargain. It's going to be $3,850, $3,850. Pretty nice unit for the price. Does need some work, as you can imagine. We're going to talk about that. What it is I have a bunch of units coming in, trying to get through them as quickly as possible, and I'm going to more or less give them away at wholesale prices, the most of them anyways. Kind of switching gears here to some of the nicer, newer stuff that doesn't need, really any work. So some of the lower price stuff, that saves, if you can save me from doing the work on it, I will give you a sweet deal. So if you're new to this channel, if you could hit subscribe, I appreciate it. I'm a used travel trailer dealer in Monongahela, Pennsylvania, about an hour south of Pittsburgh. We do deliver them. These don't have warranties. These units are as is. They all have clean and clear titles, including this one, and I always work hard to give you guys, the best price I can. My overhead is pretty low here. We have a lot of units. They come and go all the time. So hit subscribe, help me help you. If you're looking for a low-priced camper, if there's something specific you're looking for, you can reach out to me. Anyways, let's take a look at this thing. So yeah, 2013 Shasta Revere. Shasta being, of course, an old name in the travel trailer world. I had a lot of vintage Shastas in my day. I really like those. This unit is very well put together. I will give it that. So they did pay some homage to the lineage, the namesake anyways. Obviously it needs a new awning canvas. This one does have some water damage. We're going to take a look at the roof, but this is a usable travel trailer. It is clean, it is dry, it is modern. So let's look around this thing. Kind of up against my garage here. It's kind of hard for me to do a nice video, but the exterior of the thing is strikingly nice. Nice and shiny. The decals look great. Replace that awning canvas and this thing would really look nice. You see a nice big fiberglass door with a triple entry step. Up front you have, there's actually 20-pound bottles under there. We have a good battery on this unit. We have a functional power jack there on the tongue. Very nice. Got some nice diamond plate there. Looks like it came unpinned in the lower section. I'll try to fix that for you. But this unit overall looks great on the outside. I mean, doesn't look any different than a unit that was, $10,000 more than this thing. And I'm sure the awning would work if you put a new canvas on it. Again, the decal's looking great. See, our furnace is humming away right now. It's kind of a chilly morning. Everything works on this unit, okay? All the appliances, all the plumbing, there's a nice LED light strip, some exterior speakers, a couple exterior storage hatches. All four tires, very good. They're from 2017, so they are kind of aging out. No cracks on them. I just towed it 150 miles. It did just fine. More than that, 180 miles. A long way. But yeah, again, all four corners intact, no separating. Even the, nice big heavy-duty frame and chassis on there. It's not even rusty or anything. It looks really good. It does have a full-size spare. The spare is on its way out, I will say that. It's original. It was not replaced with the 4 on the unit. And again, look how nice the thing looks. The slide looks great. This is a well put together travel trailer. The slide does not have any water damage. Everything looks really good and solid and dry. That's amazing. It's looking really good under here. Axles, everything. Not going to have to worry about any of that on here. Shasta Revere. How about that? Sorry for the sun glare, guys. I'm doing my best here. So yeah, this unit, it's very fair. $3,850. We're going to go ahead and get on the roof of this one. Okay, on the roof. Looks pretty typical up here. White rubber roof on this one. One thing I want to mention real quick, this does weigh about 6,100 pounds unladen. The roof looks good for the most part. There are a couple soft spots. Somebody made a patch there. You know, it does need some touch-up maintenance stuff, but I'm walking all over it and it's pretty fair. We see a missing sewer cap there, sewer vent cap. 'Tis the season for leaves, I'll tell you that. Where it is soft. So here above the slide, not the slide itself is fine, but underneath of the rubber it is soft. And I don't know where that water came from. It does not appear to have leaked, to be leaking currently. It did leak. We had a downpour last night and it's dry inside. You know, didn't get any worse. So I guess somebody sealed it up. Looks like there was a puncture right here. Maybe that was the culprit. That's a shame because, you know, that little hole, that's why you got to check your roofs, guys. So I can't promise that it doesn't leak now, but I'm not seeing any leaks. You do need to fix that. You got to cut the rubber, you know, with a razor, and you're going to expose your wood and replace the decking and then put the rubber back down. It's not the worst job in the world. I do it all the time here. No, I'm not for hire on that one. You know, this is a DIY project for you guys, but walking around the air, AC, nice and solid. You know, it is all solid until about here. It's probably a 2 foot by 4 foot section. Yeah, that does need replaced. So if you're looking, you know, we'll talk about this when we go inside, for a hunting camp or something and you want to just let it slide, yeah, okay. Or if you're in a jam and need a residence, you know, up front here in this corner also. So we have some softness, yeah. So that's going to need, you know, pulled back. So again, this is a DIY project. It's not something that I'm going to fix for you, but it's something you could fix. Relatively handy person can fix themselves. It's not that hard. I do it. If I can do it, you can do it, guys. Trust me. Roof of the slide looking great. You know, nice and solid. Again, I wasn't lying about the rain. It poured all last night and it is not wet in this unit. So there's the roof. Let's go ahead and go inside. Okay, inside the 2013 Shasta. Pretty nice place to be, and that's where this unit gets really interesting for the price because of how nice it does look. Everything working in here, like I said. Classic layout in this one, where you have the big slide with a dinette and a sofa across from a pretty generously sized kitchen area. Up front you have a walk-around queen in its isolated area. And then in the rear, we have the dual bunk bed and bathroom setup. So again, classic layout. Let's start up front. We have a TV area with a stereo. It's got speakers throughout. You know, the stereo works. We go into the bedroom here. Has an air mattress on it. Nice overhead cabinets. You know, everything really looks nice in here as far as quality goes. This is a well-built trailer, as I was saying. Has a couple pocket doors to isolate the queen bedroom. You know, typical stuff. The front end, you know, looks really good. Corresponding with that soft spot on the front corner of the roof, we do have just a wee little bit of softness right there. You know, I would just ignore that for now. All the windows have nice valances and blinds on them. The flooring looks really good. There is one small soft area on the floor I'll show you, but nothing crazy. On the slide, again, the slide's in excellent condition. The ceiling, the walls, you have a nice pull-out sofa. You have a nice big U-shaped dinette there that makes a bed. All the upholstery looks really good. Again, you know, this was not a bottom-end trailer in its day. Got some nice valances on the windows. Nice cabinets with glass inlay and real solid wood. Feel really good. AC, of course, everything functioning like I said. The flooring is this nice gray slate, looks really good. Nice big double sink there. Plumbing works, all the level checkers and water heater and everything functioning. Microwave, stove and oven, refrigerator. all functioning yet again. Nice and clean. There was a lot of stuff in this one when we got it, you know, just household, personal stuff. So it wasn't really dirty or anything, just kind of cluttered. Not done cleaning out all the cabinets. And we have our power converter, nice big pantry. And in the rear, classic, you have a nice big wide lower bunk with a smaller upper bunk. The kids will love this thing. Nice and dry in that back corner there. All four corners, again, dry, except for that front area. I mean, they are dry, just they did get soft. Now, I'll show you the bathroom before we get into the damage on this one. Nice big wide door. We go into a nice little three-piece bath. Vanity, toilet, bathtub, nice surround. You know, even has a little window in here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty rare, actually. The blind is fixed there, but it does have a little soft spot on the wall here, which corresponds with the roof damage we were talking about. So let me show you that. So here you see a soft spot on the ceiling. There, a little more light. Unfortunately, and it is really unfortunate because this unit, you know, otherwise is in such nice shape. It did get soft. You know, there isn't much you can really do about that. I mean, you can go start tearing the ceiling out, but like, you just kind of have to fix it from up top, dry it out, replace the wood, and just kind of live with it. I mean, maybe you have your own fix, but, and then around the slide, it did get soft. Yeah. I mean, it's not totally mush. It's getting there. You know, what probably happened is it happened over the winter when the owner didn't realize it. Unfortunately, it's just that little hole in the roof, guys. You got to check your roof. You know, little hole, little crack in the sealant can literally ruin your travel trailer. Yeah, and then over here on the wall. So it's around the slide. Again, it's not the slide itself. And then coming down to the floor, we have a little soft area right here. Now again, I know there's a temptation to not fix any of that, and that would be okay, but you really should fix that roof. If you're just going to drag this thing out in the woods and it's going to be kind of like a hunting camp, and you're like, well, it doesn't leak, it's dry, you know, I don't care about the damage as long as it's dry, okay, fine. That is possible. Or if you're in a jam and you need a residence and it's like, I don't care about the damage, that's fine, I get that. But long term, it really needs fixed, and that's where my price comes from. So I want you to understand, you know, why we're $10,000, $9,000 less than we could be, because of the damage. You know, it is there, and this would be a great project for somebody. Be a good fixer for your family. That's really what I'd like to see done with it. But you know, you buy it, you can do what you want. Of course, if you want to fix one up for the family, for the kids, you know, they'll love this thing. Have a really nice trailer at a bargain price. You know, it doesn't cost a lot of money to fix this stuff. It's just your effort and your time and your labor, so, and your skill and ability. So appreciate you guys watching. Like I said when we were outside, I have a ton of them coming. I'm going to be giving them away at bargain prices. I want them gone as the weather, you know, before the weather really turns. I've got some really nice ones coming. You know, that's where I have to focus my time on the nicer stuff that obviously makes me more money as a business. So stuff like this, you know, I bring it here, we get it at a wholesale price. I clean it up, I assess it, and I turn it over and give it to you guys at a wholesale price, only it's been cleaned and serviced to a degree, you know, to make sure that everything works, or if it doesn't, I let you know. So, yep, appreciate you again. Hit subscribe. See you with the next one. God bless.